All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with the chief instructor of the
Yes.
Bmw Performance Driving Schools, Matt Mullins, who I jokingly refer to as Clive Owen. We'll talk about that in a bit. So, Matt, how are you doing today?
Man, doing great. Good to see you here again.
I know.
Sir.
Well, this is sort of a visit for you because you're based in South Carolina.
Yes,
So, what brings you out here today, if you can talk about it yet?
I can talk about it. So specifically right now, we are working on our SCCA race licensing school. So you will
Awesome.
be able to get SCCA competition license here at the BMW Performance Center West. And
Nice.
so that's just one additional day that can be added onto a 2-day M school.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing passing and learning a little bit of basics on kind of some racecraft and stuff, and practice starts, right? Rolling, double
Neat.
file, race starts, single file restarts, lapping out on your own, all this kind of stuff. And so we're excited to offer that. So we are here with instructors working out the details. We're doing a little
Nice.
practice on track. Um, that's what we're doing these 2 days. And then we also have another thing we're working on.
Oh, can we talk about that one yet or no?
Sure, we can talk about that one. So the other thing we're working on is we are finishing up the initial shakedown and prep of our fleet of M4 GT4 race
Sweet.
cars. And soon we will announce details for our one-day program that's going to be an amazing experience. It's BMW M and M4 GT4. So you'll drive the street
Perfect.
car, the race car, learn kind of about the connection between the two, and get to go drive this amazing machine. I've driven it. It is unbelievable. So we're doing some of that and preparing for it. And then we also have another group of our customers coming in who are a bunch of stunt drivers from up in Vancouver. And this is like
Nice.
their fourth time coming in. We set up a special 2-day program with those guys. So we'll see them at the end of the week. So it's a tough
Perfect
week of
day for you.
work.
Tough for you. All right,
Yes.
so you're the chief instructor. How did you become the chief
How did
instructor?
man, I think attrition, right? I think you hang in there long enough. So, well, first of all, so this starting April will begin my 20th year at the Performance Center, which is pretty amazing, I think.
Time
And
flies, right?
time flies, man. But before I ever met the guys at the Performance Center, I was the chief instructor at a NASCAR school called Fast Track.
Okay.
And before that, I was teaching out here, actually out at the West Coast at a school called Jim Russell way back in the day. This was starting back in 1990 was when I first showed up out there. So had a little bit of the background. I tell people you get to be the chief by doing more emails than the other guys, I guess. But
Yeah.
but anyway, it's
Someone's got to do them.
somebody's got to do it. But I'm a lucky guy, and and we got amazing instructors on both coasts. So now we got Adam Seaman, who is our lead guy out here, does an
Yep.
amazing job. We got Derek Leonard on the East Coast, who he's the lead guy there, and
Yeah, he's
so
too
many
shy
great
to come on the camera
instructors.
for some reason.
Yeah, he's too shy, too quiet, right? So
Well,
you'll get Derek next, I'm
yeah,
sure.
sure. We just talked about CrossFit. I'm sure he'll open up about that.
Yes, that'll be an entire feature show on Derek right there. Awesome.
Awesome. So I jokingly refer to you as Clive Owen. Tell me about how you became Clive Owen and what you were doing.
Yeah, so I got to be the stunt double for Clive in the last BMW film, the most recent one, so called The Escape, and one of the highlights for me because my very first day at the Performance Center in Spartanburg or in Greer, I remember showing up and it was an M5 owners program, and they
Ooh.
played on a big screen we had there Star, which was the Madonna
Oh,
BMW
right, the
film.
Guy Ritchie one. Yeah, yeah.
We'd open up with that in the morning as kind of as soon as everybody got off the bus, and then we'd start our day, right? So I must have
Sweet.
seen that thing 300 times. And I loved those films. And then when this opportunity came up to get to go be the stunt double for Clive, I tell people it's the closest to James Bond I'll ever get to be, probably. And
There's no time.
maybe, but it was really great. And but the other way I got to do it is I've been doing stunt driving in movies and commercials and TV and
Right.
things like that for over the last 25 years.
So anything
On and off.
anyone would recognize? Because I know one of them.
Well, the most recent was one that's not out yet. That is a sequel that I don't know if I can even say I worked on it
Okay.
yet. But and then before that, Ford versus Ferrari. So I drove
Nice. Where did you drive in that
a
one?
Ford and a Ferrari. So, but
Sweet.
yeah. So my buddy Tony Hunt was the main stunt double. He was the guy um, for the main character Ken Miles, right? And that
Right.
was played by Christian Bale. But one people always say, well, what car did you drive? Well, one of those scenes I was driving that number one Ford scene where the cars are coming up to the end to do the 3 wide because they asked him to slow down to get the big photo finish. It's because my buddy Tony had been working 16-hour days, and he got to sleep in that morning, and I filled in just on that shot, right? So I got to be the stunt double for my buddy Tony, who was the real stunt double. And then in one of the other scenes, I drove a Ferrari. But we were there when they were shaking down those cars in Savannah, and got to work some down in Georgia, Statesboro, where we had the Mulsanne Strait, a 5-mile stretch. It was really cool. What a great honor. And then the most recent things have just been Bmw commercials, and so the stuff we see there I get to do, which is some of the coolest stuff I get to do ever.
Right, so it's the M4 GT4 with you spitting into the... Was that
you? That one was me, but the more recent, like the holiday commercials and things. We did the straight line journey in the X5, which was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
Across the country for 10 days. So many cool ones that we got to do there, right? And, we did one back in the day called M Initiation with a guy named Chris Forsberg. We were drifting around owners BMWs. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember it was the National Capital Chapter.
The letter M.
Yes.
That's all that. So, I mean, hey, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I get to do all this stuff, get to be here at these schools, and it's awesome, right?
We'll just go into quick fire questions here. So what was your first car?
My very first car was a Ford Escort station wagon with fake wood paneling because my dad won it in like a drawing.
You're kidding. People actually win those?
I got it. Well, it was some drawing. He won it. Right before I turned 16, it was a 4-speed manual back then. Oh. It was like 1983 or something. And my mom couldn't drive a stick, so guess what? I got the new car.
Sweet.
I drove it until finally I was like, I burned the front tires completely off of it, learned how to drive a stick.
I wonder how.
And then I talked my dad into, my next car was a 68 El Camino, Chevy El Camino with a 327. That was a bad ride now. That thing was awesome. So, but the first one was a Ford Escort station wagon, yes.
Neat. So, how about, what do you currently drive?
So currently I'm driving an X2 M35i, so the M Performance version. I just sold, and it still hurts me, I just sold my E39 M5.
Oh!
I sold it back to the guy I bought it from.
Okay. Well, at least you kept it in the family.
I did, and he sent it over to the guys over at Enthusiast Auto, and they're even doing some rejuvenation stuff. And with the deal that if he sells it, I get cut back.
And you know, with EAG, it's going to be real expensive.
It's going to be really nice, right? Yeah, and I'm not paying the bill. My wife's got an X5, but I have the reason I sold the M5, I have a new driver in the family. My daughter just started driving.
That's insane.
I think she might inherit the X5 maybe, and then we got to go shopping for
an X7 or something.
How did you guess? That's what she wants. And so,
Performance Center delivery. You got the hookups there?
I mean, we could probably get her hooked up on that deal, yeah. So anyway, we just got 2 BMWs in the family now. We had 3, but we're looking for another one. And so I'm fully on the Kool-Aid.
Awesome. Yes. So you've driven lots of tracks.
Yes.
What about, can you name like your 3 favorite tracks?
Wow, 3 favorite. We'll do them by category of either, I guess, oval or road racing, right? So,
whatever you want.
I did a lot of NASCAR stuff back in the day. So, road course, I'd have to say Laguna Seca's in the top 3 because I spent a lot of years there.
Yep.
I would say Road America because it's big and fast and awesome.
Yeah.
And I would say VIR because it is kind of a great mix of everything. Be top 3 road courses, I guess.
Nice.
Top 3 oval tracks be Charlotte Motor Speedway is definitely number 1. That was my home forever. Living right there. Daytona because it's Daytona.
Yeah, take
Daytona. And the other one that's probably kind of out there weird to be Pocono. Because 3 corners, kind of like a road course, but like super high speed road course corners.
That's good.
You kind of drive it more like a road course. So
what about sort of your bucket list of tracks you haven't been to yet? Which ones you want to drive? Maybe 3 if you got them.
Oh man, I've been lucky. So I've been to the Nürburgring, right? But one I want to go to that I haven't done is Spa. I want to go there. I would like to go to the Red Bull Ring because I've heard really cool things about it. And man, what is another one I'd like to go to? I don't know. Let's think of another. Man, I've gotten to go to so many great ones. Yeah, Bathurst. Why not? That sounds great. Because I've gotten to go to Estoril. I've gotten to go.
Lucky dog.
I know, right? I've gotten to go do that with BMW. I just got to go drive the M4 GT4s.
I did see that.
At Zandvoort, which is where they're about to do the home. It's going to be the home of the Dutch Grand Prix. And,
that's right.
Unbelievable. So, yeah, man, I keep checking them off. one at a time, right?
Exactly.
And, so for all our customers, so if your bucket list is M4 GT4 real factory race car, which if it's not, put it on your list
Absolutely.
right here. I'm super excited about that one too.
Awesome. All right. So Dream Car Garage, 3 cars, no budget.
3 cars, no budget. Let's see. Ford GT.
Yep.
The new one, I think. Let's see. I would do BMW Z8 because classic, man with the top down, the whole thing cruiser, amazing. And let me see. I always wanted a 69 Camaro because my best buddy had one, so I'd say 69 Camaro.
Nice. All right, so that about wraps up because I actually have to get the driving up the
You got to go to work.
I know. I have to go to work. But Matt, thanks for your time today.
Hey, buddy. Thank you, man.
I can link your Instagram account in the description. Is that okay?
Yeah. 66 Racer X. That's me.
That's right. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.